Sorry about that. My bad. I did not actually realize I was muted while I was doing that. My bad. All right. We're going to redo this because I can't help but actually just redo that now that I knew I was actually muted. I don't use OBS a lot, so when I do it and I do it, I mess up. My bad. So we're actually going to redo this when I can so you can actually hear. Now I do apologize if my my mic echoes while I'm showing you the screen. My bad. So let's go to the screen share. Screen. I would like to do this by OBS, but I can't actually do this. You are screen sharing. Everyone. I can't actually I can't actually do OBS that well. So all right, we'll go back to what this was. We'll go all the way back. So I do apologize if this does echo. My bad.
From my gaming chair, as your technological advancements have come 4 years after the console was released. And this console, who wants to be king, could not even keep its own Master Chief safe. Eh? We will not have it. I say we will not have it too. I, Master Link, of the Gamer Tribe, beg you, please accept my challenge.
Oh, I will actually accept that challenge because I don't think Xbox gives a shit. I'm just keeping it real. I think what Microsoft cares about is making money and not so much people's petty little feelings. But continue. Shout out to Maslin, by the way. This is not a pun. Not saying I totally disagree, but you know, I had to bring this up because this was kind of, you know, this has been shown twice now.
What's good, people? It's your boy, The Real Master, and then yeah, it's been a minute, but you know, life happens. Love y'all still the same. But I was walking my mailbox today, you know, trying to look at bills because that's all that's ever in there, bills. Ain't nobody trying to send me no checks. I need y'all to get on that.
Nah, I'm sorry. I kind of have my own bills to pay. I got my rent. I got my cable. Got that nice Gigablast bill to pay today. I got my caffeine. I got my games that we're gonna get into a little bit later. But yeah, I got other shit to do than send you money. No offense.
And there was a letter in there, and it said on the front, Master, please let Xbox know my feelings. I wrote them a letter.
Well, like I said before, I'm pretty sure Microsoft doesn't give a damn about your feelings. They only give a damn about actually making money. But I'm sure the gesture was appreciated by Phil. He loved hearing everybody's feelings.
And I want you to read aloud for me. So I'm going to do that for you. Dear Xbox, once a leader of the video game market, now a shell of your former self. You were once called the Dude Bro Shooter Box.
Still is. I have 3 of them. I originally had 7. I use my Xbox mainly for shooters, and I was just playing a shooter earlier today, and I still love it to this day. Whether you like the games that are on it now is a you problem, not so much a Microsoft problem. But again, let's continue.
It was hailed as the multiplayer console king. But now,
I'm pretty sure that's still true because everybody on PSN are noobs, except a select few, and everybody on Xbox, legitly straight up in the middle of the morning, are try-hard motherfuckers. So I still think it's still multiplayer king, except for PC. But PC, you know, I don't really trust PC.
Did the Disney princess home away from home? You have lost the thing that made your fans defend you to the last because you had the games they couldn't be without and the competition they craved. But sadly, one misstep after another.
Unfortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Has made you the butt of the hardcore gamers' jokes.
Now, I want to, like I said in this the one I just did, because I was muted, I did not hear myself. I was one of those few people, straight when the Xbox One was about to launch, that totally agreed with Donnie Matrix saying that to the people who legitimately could not learn to evolve, whether that's their own fault or that it's not their fault to begin with, that they can't have internet. That's beside the point. The concept was that 360 had been out for over 10 years. They wanted to actually evolve, and the original concept was that if you did not have internet, you would not be able to use the Xbox One to begin with. Again, this is in 2013. We're in 2018, so obviously things change now. You can actually use it without internet. It's not as much fun, but you can still do it. But Donnie Matrix basically wanted to give people a kind of a force evolve situation. Whereas if you didn't have internet, don't buy the system. If you have internet, buy the system, so on and so forth. Not saying how he did it was right in any means. He was basically an asshole. But I agree with him, because Microsoft's wheel should not stop because a select few don't have internet. And they were trying to make people get off that brand that they were stuck on for years. And it's just like, well, if you don't have internet, you can't use it. And that pissed off a lot of people, and I can understand that. But I had no issue actually going home every single day if that was the case and turning it on. I never go anywhere besides work. I'm always home at least once a day, so I had no issue with that. But, a lot of people took issue with that. A lot of people had complaints about that. And then they all reversed it, and here we are in 2018. People are still bitching, but it's not because Donnie Matrix told you if you don't have internet, go buy a 360.
They say that competition breeds excellence, and you just stop competing. We need you. We need you to get back in the ring. We need you to fight the good fight, because the gamers always want the best, and we demand it.
No, the hardcore always wants the actual best. The casual doesn't give a shit. They play whatever games that actually, that they can find off the street corner, or at the local mom and pop store, or Walmart, or even Best Buy. The hardcore will buy anything, and they'll support you to the dire end no matter what. So it's really the hardcore that actually know best, and not so much the casual, although the casual do have a flair for single player, driven stories. Again, the thumbnail on this video is actually going to be, what I showed in my other video was, the Broadband Bill is holding up a cup and he's saying, "Oh, Holy One, please come back to us." And Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix are like, "Oh, well, we'd love to, but 2018 is, going to be ruled by an axe. It's going to be ruled by some spider webs. It's going to be ruled by cowboys. Yeah, maybe 2019. Oh, wait, isn't that PS5? Or so they say. But, it's just like, it's kind of funny, you got the God of War coming up in 2 weeks. I cannot wait to play it, although like I said, I see 3 things wrong with it. Kratos has daddy issues. The combat has Dark Souls issues, and the whole plot line seems to be a Joel and Ellie issue. And then meanwhile, you got Peter Parker with his webs, got so many issues there, but I'm sure it will be a lovely game in September. And then Red Dead Redemption 2 is my most anticipated game of this year.
We need you to cure that Benjamin Button of gaming disease that you have contracted somehow. And we need you to start making games for the mature adult.
Again, there's a lot of mature games. Whether these games actually attract to you personally as a gamer is a totally different story. Not Microsoft's fault. But again, Microsoft having mature games isn't always a good thing, because if you're playing Witcher 3 and you record a sex scene, or you're playing Wolfenstein 2 and you take a certain screenshot of a certain level in that game, Microsoft will actually flag you for recording mature content. So what honestly are you actually going to do with it? You can play it if they have decent stories and they're not indies, but, it's just like, you're asking Microsoft to give you mature content, but you can't even have full control over that content for which they give you. So I don't see what the big deal is. Granted, it's better to have rated M games than teen and, rated E. We don't need Disneyland up in this bitch. We don't need Microsoft going to wonderful Disney World to, ask Mickey for help. But still, it's still kind of funny.
We need you to step your game up to the point where we are not chasing you, but you are chasing the dollars we throw at you. You're a grown console, so be grown. Don't let the failures of your past influence the brightness that could be your future. Show us the potential of the most powerful console ever created. Show us the games that will define the console you want to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not Crackdown 3.
We are not asking for much. We're just asking for Xbox to be Xbox. We're not asking for you to devolve into the sorry excuse for the greatness that you were. Xbox, you set yourself up for this failure.
I agree with that.
But we as gamers expect more. We expect you to push forward, to push through, to get to the other side where we are all waiting, playing games not named Disney Rush, not named Zoo Tycoon. We're on the other side of that gaming mountain that we just need you to climb and keep climbing and keep climbing. Every step you take needs to be to get you over this hump. We as gamers expect that of you. And you, as a gaming company, should expect that of yourselves. Be the behemoth you are. Be what you want us to see you as. It's about you becoming great as you can be. So Microsoft, from all of us, be better, be great, or just do something useful. Damn! Sorry. Sincerely, a humble Xbox One XO. Oh, my bad. There's something at the bottom. P.S. Sea of Thieves ain't the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answers, man.
All right, now I'm done. All right, I am actually sorry about that. I did not actually mean not to do that. So yeah, I agree. Sea of Thieves is not the answer, although it is an actual pretty fun game if you know how to play it. Yeah, that's basically my personal thing. But you can't really tell Phil not to grow a competitive spine because in the end he just doesn't give a shit and he will make money however he chooses. And then you can't really tell Microsoft to please turn it around when they all act like they have their foot up their asses. But if you don't like the games that they're supporting as the new IPs, here's an idea. Just don't buy them. It's as simple as that. Just don't buy them. It's plain and simple. It couldn't actually be more simpler than that. There are multiplats. There are other games that you can play on the game that aren't Xbox exclusive. And at the end of the day, if it's not freaking Gears and it's not freaking Halo or it's not another Fable, and it's like something that's remastered, and I swear to God, this is becoming a pet peeve. I was thinking about doing a separate video on this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I see more remasters coming to Xbox. Bro, Xbox, I've seen these games in their prime. Why the fuck do I want a remaster on my system when I played them when they were actually relevant? Remaster them will not make them relevant again. It will not do that. You're just making money over remasters. Like Spyro, who the fuck gives a shit about a purple dragon? Like seriously. Back in the day on the OG PlayStation, that shit was dope. But now I don't give a shit about a purple nice dragon. Why the fuck do I give a shit about a purple nice dragon? Or any remasters in general. I don't want remasters. I want new games, like Extinction that comes out on Tuesday, Vampire, which comes out in June. I can't wait for that. That looks awesome. God of War, which is in 2 weeks. Although, like I said, it does have three issues. Got that daddy issue, got that Dark Souls combat issue, and then you got that Joel and Ellie companion issue. I'm sure those won't be the last issues that I see wrong with this game, because I actually don't know the actual story arc yet. And once we get to my main story arc, we have a lot of fun because we can actually critique it in certain ways. But, we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that to actually happen. But again, Xbox, stop giving us remasters. I beg you. I don't need to play something that I've already played once before. Like, who the fuck wants a Black Flag remaster? You actually made that for Xbox One, right? It has its own Xbox One version. Why the hell do you need to have it on a 360 remaster, like backwards compatible? What is the point in that? It already has an Xbox One version. That's just totally pointless and stupid. And stop starting to like give a damn about other games that aren't necessarily your platform in your community minute. Like all of a sudden you give a shit about Battlefield. Okay. You know, you would think, you know, if it's, you know, cool kills that only happen in certain games, you want to stick, you know, primarily to, you know, promoting your platform. Like show kills that only happen in Sea of Thieves, show kills that only actually happen in Halo, show you know, Gears clips that only happen in Gears. Like this mofo that legitimately parks his shotgun up 3 dudes' asses in a row and then dies. You know, you can be the behemoth that you are still, because I still find use for it and I legitimately use it on a 24-hour basis. But still, you know, it's no longer just a one-use box, and I think everybody just gets confused with that. You know, if it was just a one-use box, we'd still be on 360 or OG Xbox. I use my Xbox One for so many different things other than gaming that is my primary console of choice over a PS4. Oh, thank you, Hyde. I appreciate that subscription. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and you know, when I turn on my PS4 after I get it out of hibernation and whatnot, I legitimately I can't do multiple shit with it because it's just, you know, it locks it once I like exit it. That's what I like about the Xbox. I can do multiple things. I could be watching something on Netflix for 1 second, go check YouTube, go back, my Netflix is still open. You know, I like that, you know, that multitasking. I could be watching TV, jump into a game, then go right back to that TV that I was actually watching. You know, I legitimately bought a PS4 simply to play God of War. And after God of War is done and gone, that whole God of War hype is gonna last, I shit you not, middle of May. Comes out April 20th. I say by the end of May, everybody's gonna forget about the Kratos that is secretly actually, you know, Christopher Judge's voice from SG1 or Teal'c, and you know, it's gonna forget that he had daddy issues, forgot that he, you know, legitly borrowed Thor's version of the hammer, and legitly is just gonna forget all about that, and then they're gonna spawn over Spider-Man. I swear that's actually what's actually gonna happen, but I could be wrong. Maybe everybody will love God of War to like 2020 when the PS5 is actually relevant. I don't know. But I hear that a lot of people aren't happy with the new God of War. Why are you not happy with the new God of War? Did you not want evolution? Did you not want the thing to evolve? Yes, it's got its issues, but I'm kind of excited to actually see where this new vision actually goes to, because it looks actually pretty fun. You know, it's just, you know, it's just a matter of opinion. You know, it's not really, you know, not that big of an issue. It's just, you know, you wanted a new God of War, you got a new God of War. Don't be bitching what's actually, you know, being presented until you've actually tried it and say, yo, this is trash. You know, that's when you can say it's trash. You know, you played it, you don't like it, you know, the end. But personally, I want to see, you know, Kratos have daddy issues. I want to see Kratos legitimately summon back at like an axe, like it's his like long best friend on the other side of the, you know, on the other side of the map, saying, "Oh, I'm back." I want to see him, you know, have, you know, Dark Souls combat issues, because frankly, the God of Wars 1, 2, and 3 were kind of easy. So maybe, you know, some tactical thought behind the process of combat will be, you know, interesting, and players will have to evolve. And players just don't want to freaking evolve. Why don't anybody actually even wants to evolve to begin with? Like, it's just like so annoying. You know, you have a certain time with said system. And this sucks for anybody that, you know, has other issues outside of gaming. This totally sucks because, you know, say you get a job and you go overseas for like 5 years. In that 5 years, so much of pop culture could change when you're overseas, and that you didn't get a chance to play 360, or you didn't get a chance to experience Xbox One and PS4 because you were legitly overseas and you didn't have the chance to do that. You know, then you come back and all this new shit is there. That's actually true. I mean, there's, you know, things evolve so quick, but I think the 360 was out for so long that people forgot how to evolve like that. They forgot, you know, what it meant to keep moving forward, and they just wanted to stay where they were, you know. And I swear, if Microsoft had shut off those servers when they were supposed to in 2013, you wouldn't be having this problem right now. I swear to God, you know, we wouldn't have, you know, they say we have like 50 million, you know, wonderful subscriber base on Gold. You know, technically we only have 30 because that's what, you know, Xbox One people have, and then you have the 360. Force people to evolve, you know, it's 2018. force people to evolve after 5 years. I mean, you could have actually forced them to evolve legitimately in 2013. You chose actually not to do that because you wanted people time to evolve. And to Microsoft, it doesn't matter where you're playing their product, as long as you're actually playing it and you bought it and you purchased it and you made them money. That's all they give a shit about. Personally, is Xbox still a shooter box? I think it is. I still use it. I still use it to play COD. I still use it to play freaking Halo. I was just playing MCC this morning. I legitimately despise that game right now because there's so many decent players that legitimately didn't go to Halo 5 that it's just like, it's a total fuckfest. But or Sea of Thieves, that whole crossplay issue. Everybody's got issues with Sea of Thieves with PC crossplay, But again, if Phil Spencer has his way, crossplay will keep happening. What you got to do is you got to find a way to stop those PC modders from modding the actual Xbox Live servers and causing console players so much grief. And if you do that, you wouldn't really necessarily have a problem. But you got to find a way to stop the hackers, and then once you stop the hackers, you don't have an issue. That's a problem with 360 servers now. They're all hacked everywhere, because it's been out for so long that people just hack it. So it's not even an enjoyable experience even to go back. You just go straight into a hacked lobby. It's just like, nah, I'm good with that. I'm good with the Xbox One. I'm good with my hibernating PS4 that legitimately comes out of, storage more often than Wolverine went into a tank. But, it's just cool. I mean, no gripe against the bully letter. That letter was, decent when I first listened to it. But then you have to like redo it. And if you redo it often, it's like if you hear something often enough, it just gets really annoying. Like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, we heard it once. We don't actually need to hear it a second time. But then again, some people actually need to learn it to hear it a second time, or a third time, or a fourth time, or a fifth time, or a sixth time, or a seventh time, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes people have to get it repeated before it sticks in their head. And, I think, the whole concept, on a side note, the whole concept with Broadband Bullies having a pro league. What do you need a pro league for? The fuck? You guys are all mostly casuals anyway. Aside from Noah. Noah's actually pretty decent. I give Noah that. Noah's actually pretty good. But like the only thing that you're actually really good at is Gears. You want to start a pro league with like Siege? Like, come on. Like, you got to be joking. You don't want to go anywhere near Halo. I would love to actually see that actually happen because I have proof that 5 legitly matches happened and Z legitly lost every single one of them. But no, it's just, people got to learn to evolve. People got to learn to accept change. Don't like the change. That sucks to be you. But, it's the evolution of time. And we live in a day and era where, everybody is so sensitive to certain things that it's just like, what the fuck? Can't you just accept, be happy? Like, that's the problem with like humanity now. We're never happy anymore. Like, unless it's like legitly a rare occasion like Christmas or like the 4th of July or, one of our kids is just born or, one of those events that, forces you to actually be happy. And I just feel that most gamers are just not happy anymore. They're just, they want more, they want this, they want this, they want this. But it's like, can't you just be content with what you have and not bitch so much? Like, I mean, that kind of sounds kind of funny coming from me because I bitch all the time, but it's just like, I bitch within certain guidelines of reason. I don't just bitch because I want, be like, yo, Phil, I'm dying, man. I need that remaster of Spyro, bro. I need that remaster of Donkey Kong, man. I need this. No, you don't need the remasters. Don't need that. Legit, I've seen people that actually still have those old school systems that still work on their old school televisions. No, you don't need no remasters. You don't need, new. And that's basically how you're making money is just by remastering and remastering. Don't do that. Don't do that. It makes money. Don't get me wrong. That's how you make money. But it's just like, we've seen it. We saw it in the 90s. We don't necessarily need to see it in 2018. It just doesn't hold the same weight, And I personally think that's the real reason why, Halo and COD are actually dying. They're too obsessed with, battle royale situations nowadays for anybody to give a shit about the old school way of doing things. And, and trends, fall out of timelines and they fall out of place as, the years go by and as evolution evolves. Last generation and 10 years ago it was all about that first person shooter feel. Now it's all about that battle royale feel, and sooner rather than later I think it's going to be all about that VR feel, even though most people disagree. I met this dude while I was working that said VR is going to take over the industry in 5 years. Well, one, if you can't get people to switch from 360 to Xbox One in 5 years, how the hell are you going to make everybody go buy a VR? I'm just kind of curious about that. I highly freaking doubt that. But you know, again, that's just my personal gripe. Again, not really a, you know, issue with broadband. It's just, you know, you write a letter to Xbox, but again, does Microsoft really care? I don't really think they do, but again, that's just me. Side note, quick update for that documentary that I promised. It is coming. I need certain films done, and I'm waiting to actually do them. So I have the intro. I just need certain shots. I need to film certain pieces on a blue screen, and I haven't done that yet, but I am hoping to do that within the span before God of War comes out. I'm having people come over my house, film me on camera. It should be fun. And Tuesday I am actually doing it. I am going to run through Extinction. I already beat Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 was fun. Wouldn't mind, you know, co-op achievements. Far Cry 5 has a lot of glitches. I saw a lot of people bitching about that. Oh my God. And, you know, this one dude was caught in, you know, a continuous loop where he like died, hit a checkpoint, and then just automatically respawned and died over and over again. And then I don't know if he ever fixed this problem, but I was like, I was going to help him with co-op, but I was just like, oh, I don't know if that would really work. Because I was stuck on a glitch with on the last part of Jacob where I had to like legitimately spawn inside his bunker, and it kept pushing me outside the door when the door was already closed. So I was like, a lot of issues. I don't think, you know, that game wasn't totally fit to fully launch. And then again, you know, and if you want to talk about broken, I'd say Sea of Thieves needs a lot of work. You know, it's that continuous, you know, sea of, you know, pirate game that legitimately needs updating over and over again. And if the original betas and alphas didn't do it, I don't know what will, because, you know, I can't be just looking straight at a skeleton, shoot him like 50 times and the dude not die. Like, that's just insane. Sea of Thieves, not a bad game. I've had fun with it. You know, I've kind of evolved past it, but Extinction looks really good. God of War, again, looks really awesome. Vampire, or Vampire, depending on if you have a French accent, looks actually awesome. Go check that out. That comes out in June. And then we got Spider-Man. I hear Borderlands 3 is actually coming out this year, or it's going to be revealed in June. Black Ops 4 is going to be revealed next month. Or so they say. And Red Dead Redemption 2. Can't wait for that. Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Can't wait for that. I can't honestly say with honest certainty what my utmost favorite game of this year is going to be, because I'm kind of debating between it's going to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider or it's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2, and it might be a tie with depending on which one it actually ends up being. But who knows? Maybe God of War will win my heart. Psych. Just kidding. Anyway, thank you for everybody who came back to the stream. Shout out to you. I can't actually see my my comment section because I'm doing this on Chrome or on Hangouts. I hate doing this on Hangouts. I wanted to do this on OBS, and I accidentally muted myself, so I couldn't do it, so I had to redo it. But, you know, watch this version. Thanks to everybody who came out to watch this morning. I know this is really early. I don't normally do it this early, but I was legitimately awake, haven't gone to sleep yet. Need to go to sleep to actually go to work in about 10 hours or so. And then legitimately subscribe if you're new, hit that like button, and have any questions, Dean, you can hit me up on Twitter. It's at ThomasBarker61. And shout out to Hebot, shout out to Kaleidoscope, and you know, shout out to everybody who watches. Peace out. Yo, by the way, Xbox don't need any help. They're running themselves into a wall worse than a drunk driver, but that's just what I think. But hey, Xbox is cool. Xbox is the best box. This is Reaper. Have a good morning. Peace out.